So you think you know dogs? Well, if you've got a dachshund, you might want to think again. These aren't just your typical dogs with short legs. No way. They are a totally different breed of companion. And today, we're going to explore exactly why.
I mean, have you ever just looked at your little sausage dog and wondered why they act nothing like your neighbor's golden retriever? Why it feels like they're operating by a completely different set of rules? Well, get this. The key to understanding everything about them, their body, their bark, their brain, is hidden in their history, deep underground. So, let's start digging.
Okay, first up, let's talk about that iconic shape. Their long body and short legs aren't just for looks or to be cute. They are a seriously functional piece of engineering.
And it all starts with the name itself. Dachshund literally translates from German to badger dog. And that wasn't just a pet name, you guys. That was their job description. They were bred for one big reason: to hunt badgers. And this is where it gets really cool. How every part of their body was designed for that job. Those short, powerful legs, perfect for digging into the earth. That long, flexible body, it let them navigate super narrow tunnels. And that surprisingly deep chest, that gave them the lung capacity to bark really loudly from underground so hunters could find them. The trade-off, of course, is that long spine, which does make them prone to back issues, so you have to be extra careful.
All right, moving on to our second point, and you'll see how this all connects. Their hunting background didn't just shape their body, it totally hardwired their brain with an incredible prey drive.
If you've ever seen your dachshund go absolutely nuts over a squirrel, you might think they just need better training. But the reality is, what you're seeing is a powerful genetic instinct that was deliberately bred into them for centuries.
Now, a lot of dogs have a prey drive, sure, but a dachshund's, it's famously turned up to 11. It's not just a hobby for them, it's a core part of who they are. So, the really important thing is understanding what this means for you as an owner. It means they're going to be laser-focused on small animals. It's why they generally are not a good fit for homes with small pets like hamsters or rabbits. And it's why they absolutely cannot be trusted off-leash in an open area. If they see something to chase, their hunting genetics just take over.
This next point is one that I'm sure every dachshund owner will recognize. We are talking about that famous trait that is so often misunderstood: their stubbornness. It's so easy to label them as stubborn or defiant when they seem to just ignore a command. But what you are actually witnessing is a highly intelligent, independent problem solver at work.
I mean, think about it. These dogs were sent into dark tunnels all alone to face a dangerous animal. A dog that just waited around for a command would not survive. They had to think for themselves, to make life-or-death decisions. So when you call them, they're not just disobeying. They are actually evaluating if your request makes sense from their perspective. You can't force them. You have to convince them it is a good idea.
Okay, let's move on to point 4, which is all about sound. If you have a dachshund, you know they have a bark that seems way too big for their little body.
And there is a very specific reason for that. That bark wasn't bred to alert you to the mailman, it was engineered to be a powerful location beacon, a sound that could travel right through dirt and rock to tell the hunter exactly where to dig.
So that deep, chest-rattling bark is actually an amplified communication system. They use it to express everything: excitement, warnings, frustration. It is not just random noise or bad behavior. It is a fundamental part of their heritage and how they were designed to communicate.
Okay, on to number 5. Let's talk about the dachshund's massive personality, which is often described as big dog confidence.
This incredible confidence was not an accident. They needed to be absolutely fearless to confront an aggressive, powerful badger in its own den. You know, timidity was just not an option.
It's been said that they literally have the heart of a lion in a hot dog-shaped body. And that is the absolute perfect way to put it. Their self-image is completely disconnected from their actual size, which is both incredibly charming and also something you have to manage, because they might pick fights they can't win.
And finally, our 6th point explores the unique and intense way that dachshunds form relationships with their people. It's truly a different kind of love.
Unlike, say, a golden retriever who might love every stranger they meet, dachshunds tend to be a lot more selective. They often choose a favorite person and are intensely loyal to their core family while being a little bit aloof with outsiders.
So the main thing to remember is this: their love is something you have to earn. It's not given away freely. But once you have it, that bond is one of the deepest and most rewarding you can ever experience with a dog. They become your little shadow, your constant companion. So, to recap, the 6 things that make a dachshund truly different are their functional hunter's body,
that unstoppable prey drive, their intelligence disguised as stubbornness, a bark with a real purpose, their massive big dog confidence, and finally, that incredibly deep and selective bond they form.
You know, understanding your dog's breed isn't just interesting, it's really the key to giving them the best life possible. If you want more deep dives just like this one that help you better understand your dog, make sure to subscribe to the Love Dogs channel. So now that you know all about the little hunter living in your house, I've got a question for you. Which of these traits do you see most in your own dachshund? Let us know in the comments below.